Lord, notice, he's clear about this, with all of your heart. With all of your heart. Trust him on Sunday. But then no matter what happens Monday, keep trusting him. Can I teach it right? It may get worse Tuesday, but keep trusting him. Because sooner or later, he gonna turn it around. Come on. I said sooner or later, he's gonna turn it around. Can I teach it another way? Sooner or later, better gonna manifest. It may be Monday, it may be but I know it's gonna happen. And let me tell you something. When you trust God completely, even family and friends and co-workers will wonder about you sometime. Come on, anybody ever had somebody question your sanity because you were completely trusting God? Because everybody do not understand Proverbs 3:5. People quote it but don't understand it. And so we want complete understanding, because God will allow you to go through some things that if you don't know how to trust him with your whole heart, you're liable to have a nervous breakdown. Notice what he said, and lean not on your own understanding. See, we can't get caught leaning. I said we can't get caught leaning. Listen, when you are leaning, these things are important tonight. When we are leaning, it says about us that we are more persuaded by our senses than we are God. When we begin to lean to our own understanding, we begin to rely upon our senses. And understand tonight that our senses, when it comes to what we see, what we hear, even how we feel, our senses are given to us from God. Senses are a blessing. Come on, I say senses, that's a blessing to be able to see. Come on, it's a blessing to be able to see. Matter of fact, when I look at how God created us, I can go beyond it just being wonderful. I can actually say to you that sight is amazing. It's amazing how God created us not just to see in what we would call black and white and gray. No, God gave us full HD before man knew anything about HD. God was allowing us to see color. Come on, before man ever figured out how to cause certain things to happen. That's how wonderful. That's how amazing your senses are. Come on, I say that's how amazing when it comes to hearing, it amazes me how we are able to hear and how God created the body, even when it comes down to feelings and such. But all these things has to do with our senses, and don't miss it tonight. They are amazing. They are wonderful. But as wonderful as they are, as amazing as they are, this is what we have to know. They are limited. Come on, they are limited. That's how powerful senses are. You can be thinking the way you're thinking, which is wrong, and it can be based upon what you're seeing. You can feel good in your body and hear a negative report, and then all of a sudden it changes how you feel. You were wonderful before you got the report. But the senses, again, are powerful. And if you don't understand it, you'll start out relying on God only to switch up and start leaning upon your senses. You can start operating in error because of your senses. This is the reason Paul told the church in 2 Corinthians 5:7, for we walk by faith. Come on, somebody. Not by what? Not by what? We walk by, not by Why can't we walk by sight? It's limited. It will mess us up. It will cause us to go down the wrong path based upon what we are experiencing. And so this is the reason Solomon is saying, lean not to your own understanding. There are folk right now, the main thing that's got them in trouble is leaning to their own understanding. Trying to figure out things that are bigger than them. And we start leaning. And then we get to thinking, talking, and doing. Listen to me. Contrary to what God wants us to think, talk, and do. God say think, talk, and do this. But when I rely on my senses, I end up thinking, talking, and doing like this. This is the reason this scripture is so powerful. Because for the average Christian, they will not trust God with their whole heart. They will not do it. God gonna make a way. Yeah, but Pastor, I'm seeing this, this, and this. Don't worry about what you're seeing. For the things that we see, come on, are only what? Temporal. Temporal. Tell your neighbor, what you see won't last. Tell somebody, what you see will change. But this is the reason tonight the average Christian does not rely upon God wholeheartedly because of our senses. Why are you doing that, my brother? If he be honest, based upon what I'm seeing. Why are you talking like that, sister? Based upon what I'm hearing. Why do you feel the promises won't come to pass? Based upon my feelings. And it get us in trouble with God. Causes us to miss the better that he has for us. That's when we got to listen to him talk to us tonight. Listen who he's talking to us about, us. This is God's way of saying, look, don't mess yourself up. If I tell you I'm going to do something, know that I'm going to do it and don't get in my way. Don't prolong what I want to do for you. You heard testimonies tonight? Listen to me. You could have heard those same testimonies 6 months earlier or a year earlier if folk would have stopped leaning. Some of us prolong. God been ready to do some of that. He had a lot of that already in store, but he couldn't give it to us. Why? We were leaning. We were leaning. We were going by what we were seeing. We were going by what we was hearing. And actually ended up delaying some things.